Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grand Finals Mappool Showcase of Resurrection Cup 2025 Regulus Revolution. It has been a hell of a tournament so far, and we are finally to the final Mappool Showcase. So many incredible original maps, songs, works of art ahead. Can't wait to showcase them. My name is Taikani, and I am joined today by Sky. Sky, how are you doing today?
Hello, people. I'm doing great. Fantastic to be here with you. I'm a pooler, if some of you may not know. Even though I do have the commentator role, it is the first time I'm actually commentating this year. But it's good to be here and bring the map pool knowledge with me and guide you through this showcase.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I mean, this is the hardest Resurrection Cup has ever been, in terms of just the raw difficulty of maps, and there is a ton to show, as far as maps go, and especially in the realm of just Resurrection Cup originals.
Oh yeah, for sure. A bunch of customs. Not as many as last year, maybe, where we had even more. But that's also a good thing in a way because it leads to easier and better balancing.
Oh, absolutely. Well, let's not waste too much time. Let's get right into the No Mod 1.
No Mod 1 alert in the chat.
Oh, man.
And it's gonna be I Got It, a bootleg remix. The original being by Mia Regina. It is 8.5 stars, a little over 8.5. No Mod 1. It is very much an aim map, a couple of tapping parts, bursts here and there, but the focus is very much on the consistency and the aim for this one.
There we go. I was gonna start talking about how much I love I Got It, and couldn't hear it a little bit. That's okay. We get there. Yeah, shout out to the 7-7 bootleg too, dude. 7-7, known Tycho Goat, but also awesome producer, man. Oh god, I do love when 7-7 just puts really loud kicks on everything. I'm like, hell yeah! I love this song.
Yeah. I'm a big fan as well. I participated in a fair share of Tycho tourneys as well, and always love to see him. This time in standard as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 230 BPM for a No Mod 1. It's it's pretty dense. Especially like just with the amount of 1/4 in this map. Like, you are looking at a map that is never really stopping for anything. I think the biggest break you get is like that little like 2-1 break right there. Like, it is just constant map.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest stop point is when it just goes down from 8-star map to like a 7.5-star map. Like, oh, joy.
Yeah. There's also like a pretty significant like awkward aim element to this. Like, there's some little points where it kind of starts to break into those weirder, wider angles. It's almost like it's not an Alden map, but it's like Alden-like.
I can see what you say, yeah. It has some sharp angles.
I can believe Alden collabed on this, actually.
I don't think so, but... Is it a bad thing that it reminds you of an Alden map? I don't think it is.
Oh, absolutely not.
3/4 of the way there. Not the longest of No Mod 1s. Sometimes you see 4, maybe even 4.5 to 5 minute No Mod 1s. This one just a little over 3 minutes, but it still just goes pretty ham for almost all the maps, so...
Yeah. Dude, I love 7-7.
Yeah, it feels weird to say it a bit, but AR 9.8 at Dish SR does make it actually a bit dense. Maybe you would expect to be more comfortable with AR 10 at this point.
Yeah, no, AR 9.8, like, it's not just at this SR, but also this BBM, like, it's kind of hard to read.
Every map is a reading map. Some players will tell you that.
Well, that is the Nomad 1, and we are very quickly going into the first original song of the Fool. We're going to shut up and watch Nomad 2 together.
Sounds good.
That right there, Ascended Kishi Kaisei by Silas, the first of many original songs in this Resurrection Cup pool. Very piano heavy kind of track for this Nomad 2, and at 220 BPM, we are talking, you know, in my head, this is speed at this point.
I mean, we are at Grand Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, the worms were certainly worming some circular patterns. Axel D said right there. Very pretty patterns, though pretty hellish to play as well.
Yeah, it's an incredible original by Silas, of course. Get into the credits of the map, you know. I want to shout everybody out, and I actually have notes this time. Of course, original song by Silas, with graphics by OCD65 and an illustration by Minerva Rin. You know, kind of a team-made background, as well as, of course, the beat map by Vermasium, a long time Resurrection Cup contributor. Absolutely incredible stuff across the board from every part of the team on this Nomad 2.
Yep. A big thank you to all the people who worked on this. You're amazing.
Now, let's move on into the Nomad 3.
Not a custom. So this stuff actually got updated a couple of days ago, which caused some worries on our end, but it turns out like nothing much was changed about it, and it's still fine. But it did crash the previous replay, so we contacted the mapper, told them, hey, we want to use this, maybe don't update for a week. They listened. There is very much a high SR, no matter you can see it's over A star to 172 BPM. like crazy to even call that old. But at this point, like this star rating, that's what it is.
Yeah. God, I think the Grand Finals 2 last year was like 150 BPM if I remember correctly. I mapped it, but I'm actually not sure what the BPM was. Certainly wasn't 172 though, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I think you mapped the Genjutsu Mysterium. It's like 150 something. It's between 150 and 160 if I recall correctly.
Yeah, 153? Either way, yeah, this is a step up from that. I really like tough. It's weird to call it flow aim when it's basically just jumps, but like there is a really tough flow aim element to this where you have to. You were accelerating and decelerating really fast. 151, by the way. And alongside that, you know, there's these little aim control patterns. You know, these little snaps that you have to try and hit in the middle of it all. It's very hard to keep up.
Ooh, and those patterns as well. Yeah. It's certainly a map, not the only one of its kind in the pool, I will spoil that much, but this is the lowest BPM map of this sort, at 172. Crazy to say that again, like, but that's insane. Oh, suddenly the score just dropped to 0.
That's okay. Look, Missouri is trying they're trying their hardest. Look, not every day's a high score day, all right?
True. And the spacing on some of these patterns.
Yeah, these patterns are just so high spaced, and they're so hard to just hit consistently. Dude, I can't hit that. There are some real just big snaps all across this map. It's just so hard to hit.
I mean, that's just how it is in a grand final. For the Nomad one is around 8.5 stars, so you have to make all the other maps also fairly difficult.
Absolutely.
I'd say the mechanics picks are maybe slightly below OWC Grand Finals of last year, and the non-mechanics picks might be a little more difficult at times. Just as a comparison.
But that is it for the Nomad 3. 172 BPM though it was.
Yep.
And next up is another Resurrection Cup original song. Let's take a look at this Nomad 4.
Take this gun, lol.
Take this gun, lol. Yeah, frankly, crazy original song by Sochi, and a great map by Arushi, and I believe there was some help on this. Should I remember correctly? Yes, it
I
does
think it
look
was
like
Selectus.
Selectus did help with this. Um, but yeah, this one's crazy. I really like all the samples in this song personally. Just a real fun song all around. Shout out to Sochi and of course Arashi and Selectus, as well as Eracium for the graphics. The pure purple background. I kind of love it. But yeah, a really crazy tech map.
Oh yeah, I mean we even had a gun slider. Fancy.
We did, and I feel like we had a lot of patterns alluding to guns. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, take this gun, lol. Yeah, 175 BPM feels like kind of a little bit of a trick because this map has it's got a lot of really tough like fast patterns to it. There's a good amount of things that are not playing at the 1/4 rhythms, and so it's in a way a speed map.
Yeah, certainly there were like two parts there with the slider spam. I would call it a slider spam, which is pretty high. I think it's like 1/6 or 1/8, probably 1/6. 1/8 would be 350 BPM. There's no way it was that high.
Don't count it out. Don't ever count that out. But yeah, that is the original No Mod 4, and we're going to go into another original song in the form of this No Mod 5.
It's a speed map, guys.
Oh my gosh!
Where's my gimmick?
An original song by SDMNE. Shoutouts if you know what that stands for. It's Trinzia, a map by Nozuchi, and yes, it is a speed map. I kind of thought Sky was memeing before we went into the map.
Well,
And
it's sort of a speed
I can
map. It's
explain that.
230 BPM. 230 BPM at this star rating. Is that speed? It is somewhat speed, but it's also mixed with a bunch of aim control. More about the spacing, honestly, because there wasn't a whole lot of stamina or long patterns there. It's more about the burst being pretty spaced.
Yeah. But another wonderful original song. I'm a real big SDMNE fan. and this song absolutely delivers. Of course, the song by S. Diamini, beat map by Nozuchi, another longtime Resurrection Cup contributor, with graphics by The Funk, making for pretty, striking and also yellow background. Yeah, incredible stuff. This 230 BPM, as you said, maybe it's not full on speed at this kind of star rating, but it is definitely a difficult and dense map. And with the kind of tech elements, it can get real tough to stay on top of things with this map. So definitely like you maybe not like the No Mod 5 slots we've kind of had in past pools, although Pool obviously adjusted for that. But yeah, pretty cool No Mod 5 there.
Yeah, glad to hear that. We did have a gimmick map here originally, but we moved it somewhere else, and you're gonna see that map later on. Stay tuned.
Yeah, but for now, let's move on to the next map. And it's a beautiful hidden one. It's a beautiful custom hidden one, mapped by Darkos.
260 BPM hidden one.
Light work.
Light work. CS 4.4 precision hidden one. Oh my. Kind of.
It's not Darkos, is it? It's not Darkos. Ah, we got trolled! Charlateo! I'm so sorry! Ah!
Yeah, so Darkos is the uploader of the map, but Charlotteo is the mapper.
Okay, so Darkos is uploading the map. Darkos is not the mapper. Shout out to Charlotteo, the real mapper of this hidden one. Yeah, 260 BPM, super awkward aim. This is tough. And we talked about how AR 9.8 on No Mod 1 felt then. So let's talk about how AR 9.5 feels on this map.
Oh yeah, and it's not like, what was No Mod 1, 230 BPM I think? This one's 258. Yeah. And the patterns are just, it's so anti-aim as well. It's very brutal.
Yeah, this is a kind of the classic case of anti-aim where you're not only looking at somewhat awkward angles, but you're also looking at kind of a mapper who understands like the acceleration and deceleration of jump patterns, right? There's a lot of times this kind of, you have a real big, sometimes cross-screen jump, and then the next circle is the smallest movement away, like it's hard diff spacing away. And it makes for this really kind of disorienting kind of aim that I really personally like in an anti-aim map, where you constantly are going from the fastest possible jump in a map to the slowest. And it is really hard to keep up with.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a unique layer of difficulty to this one as well. Even though mechanics-wise, it's not as tough obvious as the No Mod 1, you can see from the star rating as well. But it's certainly gonna be feeling just as tough.
Yeah, 100%. At 3 minutes, with pretty much no breaks, this map is kind of just really constant. This is the kind of map where, if your hand hurts a little bit, I don't blame you after you're done playing it, because you are playing some really tough aim. This map never really stops for that entire 3 minute period. It is so easy to find yourself missing here somewhere, and that's not even keeping the hidden somewhat reading element in mind.
Yeah, certainly adds something, though. At this level, I would expect the 3 remaining teams, being the top 3 seeded teams, to have decent rosters. I wouldn't expect this to be a super prioritized pick, because it is aim. But yeah, we might see it later down the road in a match.
Either way, still fire. Shoutouts to Charlotteo, not Darkos, for an incredible custom beat map. And Sky, I feel like we're not getting many opportunities to talk.
I wonder why.
Well, we've got another original upcoming. Let's take a look at this hidden 2.
Woo.
Shoki the Goat.
It's such a banger.
Dude, I love this. I love this. I love any song like this, which it's so like 2010, like 2012, right? Yeah, listening to the Monster Cat Twitch stream. but it's true. I do love a song that goes hard like this. And yeah, Too Bad delivers. Shoki killed it with this one. Shout outs to Osumi for the background as well. I really like this background. As well as Elviria for the beat map. One small part by Krivik, as well as hit sounds by Mahu Shina. Ignore the actual crediting. This is primarily an Elviria creation. And it's a super tough one. 128 BPM aim control combined with the just the traditional toughness of AR8 reading.
And we're not gonna see it in a match because they always ban Hidden 2.
Never count your eggs before they hatch, Sky. You never know. You never know. I've seen Hidden 2 played once in this tourney. You never know.
That's insane.
It's crazy. I know. I'm just as shocked as you are. But yeah, shout outs to the whole team for this original Hidden 2. Let's move on into the Hidden 3. Renard Terminal? I've seen this one before. Maybe not this one, but I've seen this one.
So remember how I said there were gonna be alt-like pigs in the pool? It's a little higher BPM, but it's more about the aim control. Like you can see, it's really like very closely spaced, more about the specific minor movements that are gonna be the theme of this map.
Yeah, and I just want to bring up the mapper here. Forever Ends. Have any of you heard of Forever Ends? I sure have. Yeah, you know the last time Forever Ends ranked a map? 2013! Hi, Forever Ends. This, we got a resurrection, so to speak, right here. Yeah, Forever Ends has been around, well, I'll say it, forever. Long break from 2015 to 2021, but, still a GOAT at the end of the day. And making an incredibly tough aim control map. Yeah, 185 BPM, as you said, is really getting up there for a map that has such aim control difficulty.
Yeah, you might have noticed the version that's playing right now doesn't have hit sounds, but soon enough the mapper should fix that, so we should be able to provide you, hopefully soon enough, with a version that does have them. Oh my god, yeah. That pattern! God, I don't know, this map is just, this is a worst HR player map, but he's not playing in this tourney.
Hold on, I see the question Xarius mapped this, right? And that seems correct?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they worked on it together? Or if it's just Xarius?
As far as I know, Xarius definitely mapped it. I don't know if he was the only one too, but he definitely did.
Yeah, wait, okay. Hold on, I'm gonna just investigate work. Oh, the set's under Xarius. Wait. Oh, is this like Xarius was just using Forever End's set as like a basis? Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Alright, yeah, I lied. It's not Forever End's set. It's Xarius, who is also awesome. My fault.
That's your second strike.
When I don't do my research before the showcase. Second strike? What did I
do? I mean, you also messed up.
Never mind.
For Darkos.
No, that was the overlay's fault. I was tricked. I was lied to. You know what, Sky? I want to move on into the Hard Rock one, so that I can not talk, because it's another Resurrection Cup original song. Let's take a look.
No way. that's our Hard Rock 1, folks. It is AIM, and it is not exactly the most standard of AIM. Some of those patterns, the squares you saw going pretty much from corner to corner, the wiggle streams. This map has quite a few tricky patterns in it.
Yeah, absolutely. GU no Kore makes for a very, very interesting aim map when kind of stacked up against the Nomad one and the hidden one, right? You are looking at 208 BPM, pretty low BPM for the standards of this pool, honestly.
Yeah.
But with the difficulty of the A patterns as well as the difficulty of those like really wiggle bursts, it can get pretty hard. Of course, want to shout out everyone on this map. Of course, Krimic and Envatilea, or just Enva, for the amazing song. Of course, Enva on some beautiful vocals, truly beautiful vocals. Beat map by Judge First and Castiello. We've seen them around in these Mappool showcases. They've been here. And the amazing graphics by Mokasan and Osumi65, really making this whole map come to life. We were talking while we were muted, like just how beautiful the song sounds, and I really like the dissonance kind of between like the more opera styled vocals and the Krimic piano. As I like to joke about it being, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it makes for this just really cool sounding and kind of terrifying sounding song in a way.
I'm more of a simple guy. I don't know about the Krimic piano and the dissonance and the contrast and all this. Music is just beeps and boops, but I really like these beeps and boops, both the vocals and the song itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to everyone again. Let's move on into the Hard Rock 2.
A non-custom, we can talk.
Oh my gosh! You know what I've
Crazy.
noticed? Is so far we have with the exception of the Nomad 4 and the Nomad 5, we've alternated. We get one map, and then we go back. And then we get one map, and then we go back.
It wasn't really intended to be that way, but I guess that's how it turned out so far. Okay, this map is about streams. It is flow aim, some cut patterns, some non-cut patterns. It's sort of low-ish for this star rating BPM flow map stream patterns.
This map's about streams? What makes you say that? Is it the big opening streams, or is it the fact
there are a couple more. And there is also precision streams, a couple aim patterns as well, of course. And you can see this is no slouch, but compared to what we have in the one slot, I cannot call this an aim map.
Yeah, at CS 6.5, your precision is definitely being tested, but it's being tested more on that kind of control side, right? You're not looking at especially big jumps. These are kind of the biggest jumps you get in the map. But it's going to be on your control over small circle flow aim. It's going to be aim control. There's a little bit of snap aim to some of these streams that can be really difficult if you're not comfortable with that CS 6.5, making for a really tough precision test.
Yeah, for sure. Nice mix of aim and streams, but more so streams. Some snap, some flow patterns, some flower patterns here.
Oh man, Wispy's so good, dude. Those are beautiful.
Yeah. It's just a nice map. We found it 7 stars, no mod even before Hard Rock, and it just fit the pool very well, so, why not use it?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to... I do love AKQ music. Just always good. I don't know if it's AKQ or AK plus Q, I don't know. I always just said AKQ. I just ignore anything that's not a letter, realistically. But I don't know.
It's fine either way. I'm sure they don't mind. Do they? Are they here? Can they say they mind? That's what I thought.
AKQ from Archaea. Show yourself. But yeah, that's the Hard Rock 2. Short and sweet, just 2 minutes 16 seconds. And if you didn't pick up what I was putting down, I pointed out the pattern because I knew what was coming, Sky. That's
yeah,
right.
I did too.
Another Resurrection
What
Cup
the?
original song. All right, let's go into this Hard
Yep.
Rock 3.
That was our Hard Rock Free, folks. Some 1/6 birds, some tech parts, some fancy old patterns, but mostly the key in this map is definitely the cut streams and the patterns related to them. There was some crazy stuff in there, not to mention the Burning Star pattern, where it started off like geometrical, going these, I don't know, square-like spacing. I don't even know what to call it, and then become more space. As someone in the chat put it, welcome back, Burning Star. Indeed, welcome back.
And welcome, Piradora. Okay, I love Pirendora of the Yovkachi Sound team. A musician that I have just been following for like the past 3 years. I'm a very big Pirandora fan personally, and so I heard the song. I was like, okay, this is kind of nice. I saw the artist name and I actually freaked, dude. Absolutely incredible stuff is Pyroclastic Flow. Such a fun song. And of course, an incredible map as well. TNT Lilu and Matsuyuki Ame making for a somewhat non-standard, but really, really cool and kind of beautiful alt tech map. You could see like there's these fun little like transitions into stuff like the burning star patterns, and it's a really really cool map. Shoutouts as well to Zeth for the background on this map. Zeth is an incredible designer. Actually made the background for my map last year. That was great.
Oh.
Yeah, just a really really cool kind of alt tech map to slot into the hard rock pool, and a really really difficult one as well, but absolutely fitting of grand finals.
And Taikani, I have very good news for you. For the whole next pool, the entire DT pool, we can talk.
You're telling me there's no original songs in Double Time? I never could have expected this at all. Let's move on into the DT1.
Kowari DNB, 260 BPM, very low for a DT1 for 9 stars almost. But you will see the aim patterns in this map, the spacing, the jumps are quite something.
I was about to say, I see 260 BPM and I hear a synth. Is it time? And it's time. I do love me partaking in a little drum and bass. I do love a little drum and bass. When I was younger, my favorite mapper was Asphyxiate because he mapped all my favorite songs, and he's also just goated. So I love a little D&B DT1. And yeah, at 260 BPM, as you said, it's not going to be necessarily the fastest, but this is also Kowari aim, as you can see. So I promise that your 9 star rating is in fact accurate.
Yeah, I mean, this is sort of an MREC map, I guess. I don't know, it's probably the best way to describe it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's also AR 9.2 default, so it says 10, sorry, it does say 10.5, I was looking at OD. It's also hard to hack, it's 10.4, but DT1, 2, and 3 are actually all AR 10.5, so there's gonna be some reading element here for both the aim maps like this one and the more tapping focused ones. Well, yeah, reading absolutely. In the high AR sense.
Yeah. On this map, there is a little tapping element, but I promise it is nowhere near the difficulty of the aim element. Yes, you have triples, you have 5 nuts bursts, but honestly, at this level, you should kind of be expecting that in your Grand Finals DT1. What's really just going to catch you is the fact that we have basically cross screens in this map at 260 BPM, and they're all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can do a burstless DT1 even at this star rating, like Flower Dance was for OWC, but this is not one of those. This is a burst focus, not burst focus, an aim focus, but a bursty DT1 still.
Yeah, absolutely. Great song as well. Love me some D&B. Yeah, 3 minutes 35 seconds as well. This is, you know what? It's kind of long. I would imagine this is probably over 5 minutes.
It is. It's not the only DT that's over 5 minutes or what.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have a pretty long DT. Ooh, 2 of the 4 maps are very long. This is one of them.
Can we play the 5-minute DT maps no mod and just call them tiebreakers and then just never show the tiebreaker? Wouldn't that be funny? Spoiler alert, it's a tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's just jump consistency at very high spacing, even though the BPM is not the highest for the star rating. It's sort. I wouldn't call it a farm map, but it's not too far from it. No.
Yeah. Yo, gas up the Silas tweet and the Shoki tweet in the Twitch chat and the Quebec tweet. Give me more tweets, boss.
I think Daikani likes the NB, guys. I wonder where you got that.
I do. Yeah, you know my first ranked map, DNB. My third ranked map, DNB. I don't know. No, I have ranked DNB since then. I like DNB. Fun fact, 6th ranked map. Yeah. Shout out to not Krimic. Third strike.
He's
no!
out. He's out.
It began with a K, and I was looking at the Krimic tweet. Shout out to Kawari for the map, and not Krimic. Let's move on to the DT2 before I can say anything else stupid.
All right. I love this song. It's so goofy for DT2. So this is a mix of both stamina and finger control. 255 BPM, also AR 10.5. You can see some of the patterns that are already here with the splatters as well. There's some definite finger control elements in this as well as the tap thing. It's just not that keeps going and doesn't stop going the whole way. It's over 5 minutes, I think, no mod, and it's 3.5 in DT.
It's Vampire Who Lives in My Neighborhood mentioned in 2025? What? Dude, this is Moe Slav. This is my territory, dude. What the hell?
Nah, it's my territory, bro.
My territory now.
What are you doing?
Okay, you want to talk about what else I rank? It's Moe Slav.
Yeah, but it's bootleg. But it's not 7-7. It's Nemples.
Hell yeah. Nemples is the original Moe bootlegger. I mean, it's like this and like Gochiusa that I know Nenpulse for. But yeah, 255 BPM. This is very scary, spooky finger control.
Oh yeah, and streams as well. Not super spaced. There's still some difficulty there, and it's rather high BPM. Definitely the highest BPM TT that we've had at 255. So some people who are able to play DT2 so far might get the skill cap because of the BPM increase at this point.
Yeah. I mean, this was like DT3 BPM earlier in the tournament, right?
Okay, I mean, if we go to like the first round, maybe, but... And actually at that point, I believe we had like the Kirby mix stuff. So we had sort of like a DT4 instead of DT3, if I remember correctly.
Wait, DT3 and round of 32 was 270 BPM? What?
Oh yeah, was that was that the Kirby?
Now I remember. No, it's the Krimic one. Hypercolor.
Oh yeah, that one. I mean, it didn't have the longest burst though, so yeah. It's round of 32. It wasn't nearly as difficult as this one.
Now I'm remembering why I made the bet. Now I'm remembering why I made the 300 BPM bet. Reminder, by the way, that I made a bet several weeks ago that DT3 would be over 300 BPM, and I'm getting really scared right now. We're too close.
Does he know? I know.
Stop talking like that. It's so scary. This is another one where it's over 5 minutes no mod, I believe. Should be?
Yeah, that just doesn't stop. I did say that at the beginning. It just goes. But you will need some serious stamina for this one. Mental stamina as well to get to it, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I know some people really hate this sort of song, so, you know, getting through 5 minutes no mod of this...
I was thinking mental stamina because speed is hard. What are you saying about my voice?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it, I'm just saying some people could be saying it, you know?
I think you're saying it. Because I'm not saying it, and nobody else is talking, so okay. I don't know. Also, evil ending stream. That was so long.
Yeah. All right, guys. Is DT3 over 300 or under 300 BPM? Place your bets here. Is Taikani winning? Is he a
I'm
winner?
shaking.
Or is he doomed? Let's find out.
Oh, pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. I need to know. Yes! We made it! We made it! 302, baby!
Not even 300. Above 300. Yeah.
I made it. Also cartridges.
True. So some people might know this or higher diffs of this as a no mod 2 or just a stream farm map, but this time we have a lower diff as DT, 302 BPM. Has plenty of bursts as well, 3-5 no stuff, but some longer patterns where like 7 to 11 no streams a bunch of times in this map. Definitely tests a lot of tapping. Some aim elements in it as well, but of course not nearly as much as something like DT1.
Who is this? It's Cartridge and somebody else. WH Child. Okay. I was like, it's named Collab Expert. I know, I know. There's someone on it. Wait, Collab Expert is. Ow! I lied. It's MX1000. Oh, there's a Collab Expert and a Collab Extra. And I got mixed up.
I hope the stream was only dying on Discord for a bit. We'll hope it's fine for the Twitch people.
Yeah. Our Discord stream was wacky, but that's okay. We'll get there. Okay, we're back. All right, awesome.
1/3 pattern. Surely no one misses there.
I just noticed that there's a pinned Twitch chat, dude. Oh my god.
There's a what?
there was a pinned time to write every mapper's map 10 times on paper in the Twitch chat.
Oh yeah. Get to it.
I don't want to. Actually, I'm moving. I don't have an accessible notebook right now. That's what it sounds like when I'm lying, but that's okay.
You can just open a notepad app on your phone or on your desktop. Or better, open MS Paint and write it by hand.
I'm an OSA player. I do have a drawing tablet.
Right, the ending stream as well that's coming up here is quite something. Not quite there yet, but you're gonna be there.
That sounds like a Carter map. Oh man, that's a little silly. That's a little silly. At 302 BPM, that's pretty long. But short DT3 overall, at least compared to the DT1 and DT2.
Yeah, only compared to those. It's still over 4 minutes no mod, so.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's get into the DT4.
Or
it's not a custom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Izituran. But I do like this map. No Name by Shirelia. This song just gets stuck in my head. It's a nice song.
yeah, it's a very pleasant song, even on DT as well. It's just nice and chill, and oh boy, what are gonna be those aim patterns in the KIs?
Well, you know, let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. Yeah, this is a map that like I really like on no mod. On DT, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's the only DT map that's not like AR 10.5. This one just 8.8 default, so it's gonna be much more readable. And it's a mix of sort of alt and tech in some of the KIs and some aim controls. And these patterns right there are something that I'm gonna be expecting a lot of misses on in match.
Yeah. As Ziderman said, chill 332 BPM bursts. There are, little bursts in this map that are technically 332. So that's scary.
Are they?
Yeah,
they
it's
166?
166. Are they? I don't think they are. Am I crazy?
You might be right. I don't know.
No name. Because they're mostly like they're 3 notes, right?
I mean, maybe the pattern's gonna come up against, so we'll see. Nice low-fee beast to enjoy.
Oh, they are
during finals
1-6. Okay. Not 332. Still spooky. Still fast.
All right, let's be alright. There goes the pattern again.
Just hit it, Lol. Ticket's gone long. Yeah, difficult aim control. Somehow, not the fastest aim control map, this DT4. Actually, is it the slowest? Because no 1.3's 170 something.
Yeah, but I don't know if
180.
I call this an alt map. I mean, it is alt, but
Yeah, it's alt by technicality, but I think as such, it's also the slowest aim control map, which is really funny. But that's the DT4 and the DT pool. But guess what? You're still forced to deal with dust. Let's move on into the free mod 1. It's not an original song. It is a custom map, though. Shoutouts to Quantum Vortex mapping combustion by Meshuga.
Battle. I'm never doing that again.
Aim! This is a Quantum Vortex special.
Okay, can you look at the AR for me for a sec here?
That scares me. Actually, I would prefer not to look at that AR 8.2. That's terrifying, actually.
9.2 hidden aim in Grand
Finals. 8.2?
I don't know.
I'm gonna hope I said 9.2. 8.2 would be really stupid.
Yeah, but even 9.2, while it may be expected with some of the earlier rounds, at this stage with this density, it's quite difficult, and I would expect quite a few people to instead go for the hard rock for this one, apart from the guy who has to play hidden, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, even then, you're like if you're playing hard rock, you are still playing some, we'll say hard jumps. At 220 BPM, it's super dense on hidden, but on hard rock, you're not exactly having an easier time either. You're still looking at mostly cross-screen jumps. Again, the Quantum Vortex special, right? Like, it's really tough to kind of keep your composure on this kind of aim no matter what mod you're playing. And at 4 minutes, this map is kind of the biggest aim consistency test as well.
Yeah, you could say that. Although DT1 is also up there, but that's a different sort of aim. It just keeps going, 4 minutes of awkward aim. If you take hidden, it's dense. If you take hard rock, it's harder. Wow, guys, who would have thought?
Wow, no way.
Also a nice BPM balance, sort of, with hard rock one being around 200, this one being 220, no mod one being 230, hidden one being 258, and DT one being 260 something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh. I woke up just before the showcase. I'm so tired.
Yeah, surely it's not the map that's boring you right now. There's definitely not what's happening, Titanic.
I love Quantum Vortex! The people know I love Quantum Vortex! Quantum Vortex meant an original song for my tournament. I love Quantum Vortex. But oh man, I'm so tired.
Sorry, Summer. I mean, the guitars and the drums are going. They are beeps and boops, is how I classify them.
You know what there is? There's drum, and there's bass.
Okay.
So, here's what I'm thinking. We've reclassified the entire genre. It's under the umbrella of drum and bass now. It's just called something stupid like solid drum and bass. There's liquid drum and bass. That's the joke. I think we call it solid drum and bass.
Metal has a lot of subgenres. I have a couple of metalhead friends that know,
does.
like, oh my god, 30, 40 different subgenres. There's probably one that's related to the ambient somewhere.
I love Kremik. This is why the kid has got a big bucks. I don't know who they are, but they're awesome. Keep paying the Kremik the big bucks. Pay. Yeah. 4 minutes later, finally reached the end of this massive aim consistency test, and there was really no break throughout all of that. But that is the Fremont one. And Sky, it's been a great, wonderful 5 maps talking uninterrupted. But it's finally time to go back to the commentator muted dungeon as we take a look at this free mod 2.
And we take some speed.
Zydorn asked, you guys like playing My My? Do you wish to play My My patterns on Osu? I was like, it can't be that crazy, right? And then the second we got on the map, I actually jumped out, I jumped out of my seat on the first circular pattern that we saw. Yeah, that delivered on the promise of My patterns. What happens is Zydorn maps, and then he's like, okay, it's time. Goes to the center of the map, makes a circular pattern, and then back to your regularly scheduled programming. That circular pattern is always terrifying. At 250 ppm, this Ardolph original song featuring Ailey makes for a really, really fun kind of speed challenge. This is not the fastest map in the pool, but nonetheless, with the, of course, free mod selections, it can be pretty tough to play this speed.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's a little more accessible on hit on this one compared to free mod 1 with the 9.6 AR, but Hard Rock does take this to 8.99 stars, so close to 9 SR, but we didn't quite get there.
Yeah,
also,
almost.
Also the fastest map that isn't in DT, so definitely the biggest speed test outside of it, because Nomad 5 it is sort of speed with 230, but it's more about the control, but this one is absolutely more about the speed, and while some more cultured people call some specific patterns my, I call them washing machines. And I think my version is better.
But you know, if you say washing machine, you confuse it with my goat Waka. You can't. My mind's not the only washing machine game. Of course, got to shout out, not just Ardolph and Ailey for the original song and Zyron for the original map, but also Bliss for incredible graphic work here. Like this looks beautiful. Just kind of like look up the temple. It's so sick. It's so sick. So yeah, shout out to everyone who worked on this track, Astrolith, and let's move on into the free mod 3.
The last non-custom of the pool. This is from Corsairs Open 2021 Grand Finals, I think. No mod 6, but this time it's not no mod. It is free mod. It is Fall by Vinxis. It is a rhythmic map, AR 8.5, CS5 default, anti-mod pick with rhythm. Good luck.
Yeah, Fall. Classic, frankly. This one's always hard to search for because, like, I'll search, like, Fall Vinxis, and, like, there'll be, like, so many Vinxis maps that have, like, Fall in, like, the tags or something, and I can never find it, and then I remember that it's graveyarded, unfortunately. Yaspo, you have to rank this. Please.
I think Yaspo might need a full set to be able to rank it. This map is under 2 minutes.
Well, Yaspo has had 4 years to get one! So, what the hell, dude? It's like...
You know, if you want it ranked, maybe you could volunteer to do some guest diffs, Taikani, huh? Ever thought of that?
I don't know how to map this. I'm an A mapper.
Okay.
But, it's a cool map. It's a cool map. It's awesome. Yeah. Shoutouts. This is a really cool map, and I think it's kind of underrated. This is I mean, despite being an original song in 2021, when original songs in tournaments were still honestly quite rare, I feel like this is kind of a No Mod 6 song that, like, a lot of people don't really talk about. And I've always been a really big fan of this map. The combination of aim elements with the really tough rhythm and kind of just the Yaspo awkward aim that we kind of assume is a default for a Yaspo map it's something really, really cool about Fall, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see in free mod.
Yaspo has 2 sides. One is Vinxis Fall, the other is Bumblebee DT1 Nightcore.
And that map is awesome. Let's be clear. And that song is awesome. We can't be hating on Nightcore's 2025. But we're back on our scheduled pattern, Sky. It's time to look at one last Resurrection Cup original song before the tiebreaker. Original there is kind of a given. Let's take a look at this free mod 4. to the Temple Ebb technology we go. An original song by, I believe it's Zen Jess, please. I know you're in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, a collab beat map by Nuclei and Rosicret, the artist formerly known as Titty. Yeah, a super tough free mod tech map. You're looking at AR 9.4 as a hidden player, and of course, just 174 BPM tech. The hard rock is going to be pretty tough on this as well, alongside the hidden density. Shoutouts as well to Mokusan for the background, absolutely stellar stuff. I love the little skull in the background. It really makes it all come together.
Yeah, I'd say this is definitely tamer than No Mod 4, of course, because it's in free mod, and you should expect people to have to take either hidden, hard rock, or both on this. But even so, I feel like it's one of the easier maps of the pool by a little bit. The SVs and the spacings aren't super crazy. Of course, they might get more difficult if you put on hard rock, and there could be reading elements with 9.4 not being the highest or most comfortable AR, but still being playable with hidden. So that's sort of what we went for here.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to everyone again for this original beatmap Temple of Technology, but let's be real. I think, Sky, that I know what everyone's waiting for. That's the free mod for traditionally the end of the Resurrection Cup pool before the tiebreaker, and I'll tell you, it's not any different. We have just one map left, a Resurrection Cup original tiebreaker. We have had an original tiebreaker every single round, and Sky, I'm really excited to see this one.
Oh, I am too. I mean, I've seen it already, but it is absurdly difficult. Like, if we somehow get to see this in match, it'll be a treat to see misses all throughout. But without further ado, Taikani, it's been a pleasure. Let's get to the final map of the pool.
Let's go.
At last thou standest at the threshold, not of peace, but of judgment.
This place, it feels eternal, but I know why I'm here. This isn't the end.
Nay, the path ends not in flame, nor does it vanish into silence. One song remains, born not of wrath, but of remembrance, unyielding and true.
I bear the memories close, all who stood beside me, and those who stood against.
Each step that has led thee here, every victory, every loss, etched into thy soul. These are thy truths, unbending, undeniable.
And now, they must face theirs. No more chaos, no more second chances.
Aye, a final reckoning, not of fury, but of will. Go, not as someone who seeks ruin, but as one who remembers. Let memory be thy blade, let rhythm guide thy hand. If this be the last song, let it choose not only the victor, but the one who endures.
Then let them hear it.
Moments that we shared, they still linger on, echoes of laughter, where we belong. We painted our dreams, where the horizon lies like stars that shimmer in the skies. And when we made the roads by twist, we stuck to a path. Memories running like endless space from my eyes.
the Grand Finals tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Rich in memory. A collaboration between Xyrus and Kagetora. If you want a little Resurrection Cup history, Xyrus made the 2023 Grand Finals tiebreaker, while Kagetora made the 2024 Grand Finals tiebreaker. So, coming together, or maybe Xyrus made 2022. I actually don't remember. It made one of them.
And they did a fusion dance, and now they produce this masterpiece, this absurdly difficult map that we're gonna see a lot of misses on. Some of those cut patterns, the streams, the sliders, it's just, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Endog did 2024. I knew I was off by a year. I just couldn't figure out where it was. Yes, Xyrus 2022, Kagetora 2023, Endog 2024, Xyrus Kagetora 2025. As you said, insanely difficult. 9.07 stars. There were some patterns that actually got me to laugh out loud because they were just so hilariously hard. Now, let's look at the team because there's a lot of people behind this map. First of all, Xyrus, Kagetora, and Ethereal Winter on the track. Ethereal Winter, beautiful vocals as always. There is, of course, Minerva Rin did the illustration for the background, while Osumi did the general GFX, as well as second over 3 for the visual effects and the review that we saw. And of course, an incredible beat map by Eumerios, who, I don't remember how long Eumerios has had to work on this, but the amount of dedication and the amount of time spent has really, really shown in this incredible Grand Finals tiebreaker beat map.
Funny that you say that. I don't think this song was done like super, super fast, so he didn't have the most time available, but he still turned out this an insane map.
I'll tell you, it was done before, but the tiebreaker that I had map.
Okay, sure. Alright, and with that we come to a close. Resurrection Cup, Grand Finals, Mappool Showcase. This is it, this is the end. This is the culmination of everything, anything. And I'd just like to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone watching, all the people who contributed, both as a viewer, as a player, as a staff member, artist, like visual artist, song artist, singer, composer, map pooler, playtester, replayer, commentator, referee. Did I miss anything, Taikani?
You missed thanking me.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taikani.
Just incredible stuff from everyone involved. Resurrection Cup is such a passion project from every musician, illustrator, graphic designer, video editor, mapper, and every other staff member every single year. And the creative side of Resurrection Cup is huge, and it's only getting bigger and bigger every year. It's weird because I'm just a mapper myself. I am not involved organizationally with Resurrection Cup in any way, but it makes me so happy to see this tournament continue to grow and to see so many beautiful, wonderful, original creations come to life every year. I can't wait to see where this tournament goes in the future, and I can't wait to see the Grand Finals this weekend. It is going to be a hell of a bout. Grand Final schedules are not up right now, as most of the players are still at Kabo's Osu event. However, they should be soon enough, and we are going to have a good time this coming weekend.
Oh yeah, for sure. Map pack should be available soon enough as well. I will mention again that the version of Hidden Free that we currently have has no hit sounds. Everything else is finalized though, and as soon as we get that on point as well, then we'll update you with that as well.
Yeah, that should be it for the Mappool Showcase. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you this weekend.
Bye.